Greetings! It is podcast number 15, 75% of the way through the target amount of podcasts, which is 20. What's happening? Friday morning. It is fair weather. We got some, it's got a little bit, it's halfway between overcast and okay weather. See few little bouquets of blue peeking through, yearning to cover the earth with sunshine, but not succeeding because of the cloud cover. So what's been going on? It's been a while since I've checked in. I've taken my foot off the accelerator in terms of producing these little masterpieces. Reason being, I know what you're thinking. What happened? Did something go wrong? Is everything okay? Everything is okay. I just eased off the juice because I was getting sick and tired of listening to myself talking absolute shite on the way to work, and I just need to fucking ease off for a little bit. But now I'm back, and have I got news for you? So I remember I was talking about a book, The Tiger, by John Valiant. And, man, that book turned out to be pretty interesting. Just scenes, like, some of it was absolutely riveting. Like, you know, one-on-one encounters with this huge Siberian tiger. Fascinating stuff. I actually don't want to spoil any of it in case somebody wants to read it. But, yeah, I recommend it. Educational piece. Moved on to a book called The Martian by Andy Weir. There is a movie coming out starring Matt Damon of the same name, and pretty interesting. It's about a team of astronauts get stationed on Mars, and I think there's like 6 or 7 guys, and they have an incident. There's a sandstorm on Mars, which was like a colossal sandstorm, and it forces them to abort the mission. During the mission abort, one of the guys gets hit by some flying debris in the sandstorm and gets lost in the sand, and nobody can find him, and the rest of the guys have to leave him behind. And so the book starts where this guy who gets left behind wakes up, and his suit has been compromised, and he's losing oxygen, and he's just been smashed by something, so he's hurt, and he has to figure out how to survive, and he's by himself on Mars. He's a mechanical engineer / botanist, and the rest of the team take off. It's really cool. It's written in an interesting way. But other than that, you know, what's been going on? Donald Trump seems to be making waves in the U.S. political game. I really need to look into it a bit more, but I saw a photo of him on some sort of social media there lately, and man, it's just fucking so bizarre. He has like a team of all these like models that are his kind of like press team or his management team or whatever. It's just so weird. What a weird scenario. Like I find the whole US political system is just so fucking strange. Like, these weirdos, like, where do they come from? Just come out, these super rich weirdos come out, and I know Donald Trump, he's like a celebrity status, but a lot of these other weirdos just come out of nowhere, and they're extremely rich, and it's just so strange. Even like the guy like Mitt Romney, like this weird Mormon businessman who even knows if he is a fucking Mormon, like if he's a legit Mormon, because the religious aspect and view is so crucial to so many Americans. It's very bizarre. I'm feeling hungry right now. Gonna get some oatmeal, a little bit of protein and a banana into my esophagus, and then slowly thereafter, by way of peristalsis, I'll withdraw some nutrition and calories, and that'll hopefully fuel me through the morning. And then I'll have my attempt at what is the famed bulletproof coffee, but I just make my own by adding a couple of tablespoons of MCT oil to a regular coffee and a little spoonful of Kerrygold butter. Now, I know what you're thinking, that sounds disgusting, and it certainly is an acquired taste, especially because when you add the oil and the butter, it creates a thick layer of oil on top of your coffee because of the disparity in density. So, to combat that little problem, I got a milk frother off eBay or Amazon, and for like a couple of quid, and that whips it up and it kind of blends it all together nicely, so you don't have that problem. But what I do find is that I don't know if this is actually scientifically legit, but this is what I find, and this is my uneducated theory on it, is that the fats in the oil, somehow the caffeine, it causes the caffeine to kind of release into your body much more slowly. So you get a much more sustained release of the caffeine, which means that you don't get quite as hot, sharp a peak. And then, because when I do that, I feel all cracked out, like I've just had a buckfast or something, and I'm all amped up, and then I crash. But when I do it this way, it's a much more sustained release, and the fats and the oil really help curb my hunger until after my workout at lunchtime, which I think is great, because usually I'm starving by 10 or 11, and I want to eat something, and it's generally going to be like, I don't know, some fruit or some nuts, or I don't know, something like that. But I find that the fats, the MCT oil also, as a side product, MCT oil stands for medium chain triglycerides, which which are a refined version of coconut oil. So some of the more useful fatty acids are extracted from coconut oil, and it's just provided as I get like a litre bottle off Amazon, and it's just like this oil that I put in my coffee, and I find it's really good, and it also, I think it sharpens my brain a little bit. I feel a little bit more alert, and I think that might be because it's a combo of the oil and the coffee. So if you haven't tried it out, I encourage you to Google it and read a bit about it and give it a whirl. I really like it. I've been doing it now for probably about 2 years now at work. I just have like one kind of large cup of this bulletproof coffee around 10:30, 11, and it's great. It's great. It kind of fuels me through a workout as well, so it's good. Highly recommended. So that's that anyway. Gymnastics, speaking of workouts, it's going okay. It's a long road, you know. Being tall and having long limbs, and I'm not particularly stocky, makes gymnastic movements quite challenging for me, especially since I don't have a history of gymnastic movements. So I've had to kind of build up this strength from scratch, and it's a really, really long road. Like, I'm still deep in the foundation level. I feel like I'm getting ready to start concentrating on a little bit more handstand work, after jiu-jitsu last night, I was practicing some like cartwheels and some basic movements to see how I felt. I felt pretty good, and I think my form is, while it's not that good, it's way better than when I tried to do that stuff like 6 months ago. You know, I feel way more solid and smooth in what I'm doing. So I googled it yesterday, a capoeira in Edinburgh, and I see there's a class on Sundays. So I'm thinking about going along to a couple of capoeira classes to catch the basics, and you know, start learning how to move a little bit more smoothly, more efficiently. I think it'll help my jiu-jitsu and just be kind of like a fun little experience overall. Okay, here's my good buddy Alan here now. I'll say hello. Morning, Al. How are you doing on a Friday?
How are you?
Good. I'm glad the weekend is near.
Ah, yeah, I know.
Are you working this one?
No, this one.
Nice.
Going up.
You'll be out on the lash for a few pints.
Oh yeah. Yes.
See you, Al. Good old Al. So yeah, so we'll see. Maybe next time I check in, I'll have done a capoeira class. We'll see how it goes. In the meantime, do me a fave. Do me a solid. Look after yourself. You know, look after your fellow humans. Promote peace, justice, and fairness in all of your daily activities. And always remember that the opportunity to succeed is now. Here we go, parking space 202. How you doing? Thank you, and good night. Oh wait, it's good morning. Be good.